Good morning, Chinmay. Thank you for joining in today's interview session. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Shubdev. How are you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you for asking. So before we proceed, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So thanks for giving me opportunity, Shubdev. So my name is Chinmay Thirgaonkar. I'm basically from Indore. I completed my B in computer science uh, field. So my skill set is Tableau, SQL, and a Jira tool. So I started my professional journey with Medline Industries. Uh, in the initial phase, I work on the customer service, and after that, I get an opportunity to work on the data visualization tool Tableau. So I getting more exploration in that. After getting the projects also, so I worked on that initial stage on the version of Tableau's 2020.1, and after the getting updates and all in my company, I just working on the Tableau 2020.1.3 right now currently. So in my current domain, I am working in the supply chain management, in the supply chain management in the healthcare industry, Medline. So for this particular domain in my company, we are using agile methodology right now, and we are working on that. We're using the Jira tool. Um, for this. So in the wide thing in the Tableau, I work on complex dashboards, complex charts like dual axis chart and the donut charts. I work on that. Getting client interaction with also to explore the more layouts of the dashboards. Um, and the uh, uh, particular to the Tableau, we worked on that line charts and other more important KPIs uh, in, uh, in Tableau. So just
Okay. Okay. So as you mentioned, you have worked on few complex charts. So do you think donut chart and dual axis is a complex chart for you?
in my initial stage, the donut chart is tough to me. So how can we mold it, because it's not in the show me panel? So how can we make it? So that is tough for me in the starting phase.
Okay. So can you explain what is your day-to-day task look like when you once you log in? What are the things that you do for the entire day?
So on a day-to-day basis, we have a Scrum call on a daily basis. So on that, we focus on the what things have been done on the last day. On the current day, what things we are gonna do is the on the task which has been assigned by other project managers. So we worked on the project. So is there any issue has been coming or any blocker has been coming to us? So we highlight that blockers to our project managers, and what things we prioritizing right now. Is there any complexity in any task? So we focus on that, and after that we started work on a particular task which has been assigned by project managers.
So what is your sprint duration looks like? Means how do you normally plan your sprints and ensure that the workflow is smooth within all the team members? I would like to know how many team members are there, how the sprint planning is done, and how do you determine the priority of any report and distribute the work within the team?
Yeah, sure. So, if in other BI domain, the is in any project comes to us, there's a in the starting phase, and the sprint planning has been organized by our project manager. So after in that sprint planning, they introduce us how the project works. Or the better understanding of the of project, these things go, and after that we explore the and we determine that the timeline also, what is the sprint timeline we will go. So generally we focus on the 2 weeks, uh, uh, 2 weeks sprint, and after that the availability of the resources and getting determined. and we distribute the task. And the first of all, the project has been divided in the task, and after that, and the complexity has been determined of the particular task, and we assign that complexity level. And
How
to
do you assign the complexity level?
the complexity has been determined by the senior analysts and the leads, that this task has been assigned, and the complexity of this particular task, they determine that, and after that they assign to that particular uh, resource.
Okay. So as you mentioned, the sprint duration is of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So in case due to a blocker,
Yeah.
you are not able to complete that particular task in that sprint.
Yeah.
So what happens to that task?
So generally, when the sprint has been over, so we're getting the sprint review meetings also done in our project. So we focus on the what things has been done correctly, and this task has been not completed. What is the main cause of that? We determine that, and after that, it's getting reasons and particular issues. We will focus on that, and after that the particular task has been getting sent to the backlog. And when we start the other sprint, we focus and we change the other priority also that particular task, and we will focus on that first, that task has been not completed.
So basically, whatever task that gets into backlog means in the next sprint, you start working on the backlog tasks at first.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And suppose it is of the priority level, suppose say 5, the least prior. So at that time also, will you be working on the task and not on the new tasks for the next sprint?
Actually, we work on that in the earlier part. That first we work on that task has been not completed, but in the right now in the fashion is going on that we will after that 2 to 3 tasks has been generated and collected. We will work on that on the same level, on the same time.
Okay. So please share your journey regarding the deployment of the reports. Once the report is completed from your end, as a developer, you have completed the development phase. Then what happens to the report? How do you deploy it to the server, and what are the process that is followed in your organization?
So earlier, when the completion of the annual report, first of all, we share with our leads and the managers of that, and after their confirmation, we will go to the publish on the publish of of our platform TDV. So after we do that, and we publish on that our report, and we will explore. After that, we use that.
Okay, so after the confirmation of the managers that you are saying, right?
Yeah.
So managers will not know the technicalities of the project that you have gone through. Okay, they will check the outer layout and they will give a confirmation. So isn't there any kind of testing phase that it goes through before it is deployed? Do you
Yeah.
directly deploy it to the live server, or
No.
do you deploy it somewhere else? Yeah, I would like to
No.
know about that.
No, actually, we focus on when the completion has been done of report. First of all, on inner level, first of all, we focus on the self review. We focus on self review. We done the unit testing by our end first, and after that, all the things has been determined. It's working in the good way in the flow. Then we will forward to the our QA. The QA will focus. Is there any issue with that particular report? And after the confirmation and the managers and the leads, they sum up and they will give the confirmation to report publishing.
So, right, talking about on the server level where you publish the report. So what type of server do you use? Means, do you at first upload it in the test environment or directly in the live environment, and then the QC is done? How it is done?
In our organization, there's a three platforms are there. There's a pilot, and there's a pilot, and there's a test, and there's a production. So first of all, we goes on the initial level, we post on the pilot, and after the checking has been done by the QAs and the senior analysts, it will goes in the test. So the more good performance has been done at test, after that we deploy on the production level.
Okay, fine. So can you talk about a very challenging time you might have faced in any of your project in terms of Tableau or data modeling or data cleansing that you would like to highlight, and how did you ensure that things are working good even if you had that challenge?
So in the initial stage, the client interaction, the prototype confirmation has been done with the client. And when you start any project, when I started in the BI domain, so I just got into this that requirement gathering, how to interact with the clients. So that kind of is very tough, and the enhancements has been done by the clients. So we have to make these changes in their way, because the client, well, when we make anything by the client on a starting phase, after that enhancement has been shared with us, and the layouts which were needed by the client. So that kind of changes has been done after that, because we're we're in a different way, and after that the introduction done by the client. No, we don't want any this kind of layouts, or this report is not working, this chart is not working in this report, so can you please change it? So this kind of toughness has been done. So in our project, I faced on this kind of things.
Right. What is the most complicated dashboard that you have built? Okay. What were the KPIs of the dashboard?
So in our project, one of the introduce the product is a logistics enhancement domain, means that's a particular enhancement logistics. So actually in that we completely monitor. So we focus on the logistics project. So in that, there is one of the logistic resources. They work on that ticket level. That the issues has been came from the warehouses, and that the priority has been decided, and how the any resources work on that particular tickets. So the distribution of ticket and the SLAs. What is the SLA or the particular ticket is getting the breach, or it's in the what is the MTTR, means what is a particular time taken by any resource to work on that particular tickets, and how it he will complete. So this kind of data has been completely comes from the heat. This is one of the reporting tool, the heat, which the tickets and all the priorities has been measured out from there, and it will
How
come.
you represented that through a visualization in your Tableau dashboard? What type
So
of charts did you use for what type of KPIs?
so we use the heat maps, we use the bar charts, bar
Heat
charts,
maps for what?
for that any SLA has been done from any in a frequent basis, anyone, this the number has been increases, right, for
Mhm.
that particular person. So it getting highlighted, your SLA breach count is getting higher. So
Hmm.
that color coding shows the SLA breach count is getting more darker.
Okay.
So by that they can interact the manager, that this is not working in this manner, please talk to him. So that
Yeah.
kind.
Any other example?
So for the bar in bar chart also, so in the Medline, there's a lot of different branches are there. So they have a lot of different businesses also in in that branch. So
Mhm.
and the issues is also in that particular branches. So we have to determine what issues are facing a particular branch. So we make bar in bar chart for that, to determine the issues and the resolution level, how we resolve it, and how the issues has been captured on a day-to-day basis or in the month basis, by because we determine that the sum of branches is very most important for the Medline industries. So it will impact that of revenue.
Okay. Coming to your Tableau skill sets, how many years of experience do you have?
I have relevant 3 years in
Three
the
years as
Tableau.
Tableau developer. So you had been working in a development project or on a maintenance or support kind of a role in terms of Tableau projects that you are working now?
Initially I work on the maintenance project, but after 1.5 years I getting more exploration in the development part also.
Okay, fine. What is the most exciting feature of Tableau that you are using on a day-to-day basis, which you like the most?
The exploration, the things which go in that animation we use, the animation that the line chart has been going ups and downs and ups and downs, the animation I just like that we use in the line chart, the animation.
How do you create that?
So I just go in there's a control F, there's animation is on that analysis part. So first of all, make of the any 3 to 4 dimensions we uh, sorry for 2 to 3 measures we compare with that line charts in the one line chart on that particular axis, we compare that, and after that we go on the analysis part and we just change it in we go in the page shelf, and after that the animation has been done, but there's option is the animation, so we can change that the duration of that animation also, that 15 seconds 30 seconds, so the lines will draw automatically by
Mhm.
that. So by the year by year that the lines is going ups and downs and shows, so it's look beautiful.
Right. So you are using the version 2020.1.3, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Does the animation work in this version?
Yeah.
Okay. So normally when we create a database repository, okay,
Yeah.
therein the fine tuning of the data is required to be done so
Yeah.
that your performance is optimized in terms of Tableau dashboards, right? So I would like to know that as a Tableau developer, what are the top 2 or top 3 things that you do to ensure that your database repository is clean, and how do you create your repository? Means, do you go for joins, relationships? What are the things that you tend to do?
We work on the joins for particular performance improvement. So we work on joins. So in our project, just we're getting introduced to the relationship also.
Mhm.
So we started working on that. So mostly, but primarily we are just using joins blending.
Okay. So what is the difference between a join and a blend?
So the joins, mostly they are focused on the linking of the common fields. They
Mhm.
by that we can work we can link, and it shows in the new table. It form a new table, and in the blending we can and most important in the joins there is only work on the one data source, but in the blending we work on the different data sources on the particular time.
So can't
Mostly
we do a cross database join in Tableau?
we do that. Yeah.
So then it's not one data source, right?
Multiple data source.
So if we can do it, then why blending we go for? Then we can do join as well.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So when you when you perform join between tables, okay, so you might have observed that there are many a times duplicate values comes up,
Yeah.
right? And null values as well. So
Correct.
how do you handle null and duplicate values?
So we use the is null function for that to work on particular null values.
So how do you use is null function?
We use in the calculated fields. So
Mhm.
So by that we create a calculate field for the is null function, and after that we pass the values. So
Does is null function work in Tableau, or there is any other function? Is null function works in SQL, right? Does it also work in Tableau? Means have you used it? Means have you faced this scenario?
mostly I use the zn function also for the null values. Zn function are also used.
Mhm.
Uh, so but I know the is null function is also there.
Okay. So also I would like to know that do you have any dependency on any other team when you're working as a developer in your project?
Yeah, we have dependency on data modeling team, the ETL team. So first of all, they extract the data and the transform, and after that they will load the things after that, and uh, we continuously in the communicating that with that team, because any field we required in our report,
Mhm.
we need more data cleansed, and is there any preference of any primary column or any field we needed. So we getting continuous communicate with the data modeling team.
Okay. So suppose you are working in a project. Okay, you have created your database repository and all the dashboard is done.
Yeah,
However, due to the data modeling team decided that they need to change the field name of certain, they need to change few field names. For
hmm,
example, you are using, for example, say customer price.
hmm,
Instead of customer price, now the data modeling team tells that no, the client tells it should not be customer price, it should be price.
okay,
So the field got changed
yeah,
and it has affected your database repository as well, and all the places where you have used the price as the customer price as in the calculated fields will also throw
changed.
error,
Yeah,
right? Because it got changed. So it will Tableau will automatically not know that it has got changed and your calculated fields are hard coded, right? So definitely all the places will throw an error.
yeah.
So what will you do to ensure that your dashboard works perfectly? How will you make the changes? Will you go to all the formulas and change it? What you need to do at that time?
If the client is emphasizing on that, so we will go on that formulas changed on the everywhere, and we will make these changes on the primary basis because it needed.
No, if you see if it has been used in multiple cases,
Yeah.
then changing everywhere will be a problem, right? There is something in Tableau which you can do with the help of which in one area you will change and it will be impacted in all your worksheets and it will be fixed. Have you
So
ever faced this situation?
aliases, we can use aliases for this
No,
situation.
aliases won't work. Aliases is just to change
Renaming.
the
Yeah.
yeah, the naming convention, but actually in the field name got changed in the database itself. So aliases won't work. So okay, there is something called as replace references in Tableau, which you can do means to any of your measure or any of your dimension that you can do. But anyways, you can explore that later.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, can you share your screen? I would like to give you a few problem statements to understand your knowledge base.
Yeah, sure. Just give me one sec. Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet. Yeah, it is visible. Yeah. Okay. So, do you know the concept of relationships?
Not that much, honestly.
Not that much. Okay. So, can you create a join between orders and people's table and show what type of join you are creating?
Orders in?
Orders and people.
Okay. So yeah, I created join, and what is the condition?
You decide. Suppose I want. Uh, suppose I want to see how many people have ordered. Uh, mm, take any of the category.
So order and return, if you want.
Yeah. So yeah. What is this that you're doing now? Tell me.
I'm just that primary key of the both the tables. I'm just making out. By that the join will work.
Okay, so you have put order ID on the left, right?
Yeah.
On the, but that is not present, right, on the people's table. In the people's table, I think there are only two fields.
Yeah, person and region.
So if I have to find out, so the problem statement is I want to know how much means how much how many people from the central region have ordered something.
Okay.
So how will I get that in your visualization?
How many people has been ordered from the central region?
Right. How many people from central region has ordered something? Or how many orders we have received from the central region can also be. See, you are using two tables, right?
Yeah.
So the problem statement is how many,
Yeah.
actually the problem statement is not very correct as well, but yes, we can achieve what I'm saying. So I want to know how many people uh, from the central region have ordered something.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
you need
Yeah.
to drag it from the
Yeah. Yeah.
people's
I
table,
just
right?
I forgot. Sorry. There's only one person who's not there. No, no, no.
What is the order? What is the order that I need to find?
What is that order?
Right? So
Yeah.
this guy, so there is only one person, I guess, because in the table also we found that it's only one.
Yeah.
So this
Kelly.
guy has this many orders
Yeah.
from the central region. So and now I want to find out how many orders are there. So right now you're not getting the number, right? I want to see how many orders she has done. So how will you find that?
How many order
Yeah,
she
these
ordered?
so many numbers are there, right?
Yeah. We use count function in this. Uh, yeah. I can use. 2323?
That I'm using in a tooltip, but I want the number to be quite visible, right? It's not visible, right? I have to hover it over and I need to check. If I have to ask you to, I do not need a graph, I need the number. So that means that person, number of order is this much, 2323 or whatever it is from the central region in a tabular format. How will you do that? Correct. So it took a lot of time, but it's eventually you did it. It's good. Okay, fine. So, right. So can you open the, can you show me what are fields are there in the orders table? How many fields are there?
Or we can go to data source.
Right. So now I want you to write a custom query, custom SQL. I do not need all the fields from the Excel file. Okay. I want the first 4 fields: category, city, country, and customer ID. These are the 4 fields that I need to create my database repository. How will you just pull in the 4 fields when you are creating your database repository instead of so many from the others table?
Okay,
And
so we have to just use this 4 field category: city, country, and customer
ID, right? And in the repository itself, only 4 fields will be there, not all. So what will happen? It will improve the performance because you are only using those fields that are required for your dashboard.
So we can use the filter also for that. So
a filter will, what will happen? Filter will not, the database will be there, right?
Yeah.
You are just filtering from the database. When space has already been used up, I want to remove the used spaces, because right now the number of records is only 10,000, I guess, right?
Correct. Yeah.
But in actual scenario, it will be in might be 16 million, 20 million of data. So at that time, I can't pull in everything to create my repository. It will be quite heavy. So at that time, what will you do? Means what you do generally as a developer. Or if I have to ask you that pull in only the 4 fields, what will you do? Where will you go and do the changes to pull in only the 4 fields? So if you check on the data pane on the left, there is a table orders, right? And below that, all the fields you can see. But I want to see only the first 4 fields: category, city, country, customer ID. So as per your logic, where we will have to make the changes so that only 4 fields appear?
Sorry, I'm not
able to. It's fine, no problem. Okay. So since you mentioned initially that you were facing some problem creating a donut chart, so I guess right now you have worked on the donut chart. I want you to create a donut chart wherein I will like to know the category-wise sales. Yeah, category-wise sales.
Category-wise sales.
Right.
In the donut chart.
Right.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, I don't want the region. Region is not required. Okay, let's leave it. The final question, I would like to know that what is the volume of data set you have used, the maximum volume of data set?
10 lakh.
10 lakh, 1 million. Have you ever created empty extract?
Not created that, but I am aware about it. What is empty extract and why we use.
Okay, so
For
do you know
empty
how it is done, how to create an empty extract? Can you show me? So if you don't know the steps, it's
No,
fine.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
no. I am just give me 1 sec.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
We will just go on the extract, and after that,
Go, let's see. So is this data source that we have, is it a live data source or an extract?
sorry, can you please tell me
The
again?
data source that you are using now, is it a live data source or an extract data source?
This is the extract data source which I'm using.
How do you know that?
Because it's in our, the file is in our system, in the local system.
Go to the data source and see whether it's a live or extract.
It's on the live right now.
Then the logic that you're giving, since it is saved in our system, will not hold true, right? What is the difference between a live and an extract data source? You can stop sharing the screen if you want. Yeah. What is the difference between a live and an extract data source?
In the live data source, we take the data. So data came from directly from that particular server. The data came directly, and in the extra data source, there is one of the copy with one of the snap has been taken from the data source, and it is saved in our local machine. So,
but in your case, it is saved in your local machine, but then also it is working like live, right?
Yeah.
How is it possible? Is it only for servers, or it's the type of connection that you want to make with the database? It's a connection, right? It is the type of connection that I want to make. It can be saved anywhere. If I am putting it as a live, so even if you close the what will I say, the Tableau desktop, and if you make changes in the, if you go to the Excel and make changes, when you will open the Tableau, you will see that the changes will appear because it is connected to the live and the changes I've already made in the database itself. Okay. So it's the type of connection. It is not from the source from where we are getting it. This is the type of connection that we are choosing to make the connection.
Okay.
But anyways, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years of time?
In the good in the good level of knowledge, getting better in the Tableau, getting more complex worked on the complex complex projects, and some of the on that level which I can help my team or lead my team to go in a better way for any project or any for it's helpful for our organization.
Okay. So before we end, do you have any question to me?
Can you please tell me the extract, zero extract? How can I?
Yeah, I'll tell you all the things. I'll give you during the time of feedback session. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining in once again, Chinmay. Have a wonderful day ahead, and
Thank you so
we'll
much.
discuss in the feedback session everything.
Sure.
रुको, पानी पी लो थोड़ा.
मजा आया, मजा आया, मजा आया.